the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season thus far. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season. We've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Dolphins in our ball game here, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
Remember when the conversation was, is Joe Flacco elite? Well, at one point he was elite enough to not only win a Super Bowl, but be named the MVP of that game. And for a time, one of the top-paid quarterbacks in the league. Not bad for a young man who transferred to Delaware from Pitt while in college. This guy has had a great career. Not many chances now to lead an offense, but still capable if put on the field.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Open man here is Conklin. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
3rd down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give him credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Bringing him out is the rookie, a 7th-round pick out of Kansas State, Skylar Thompson.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2nd down. Here's Thompson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Here's Flacco. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He's got it to the 43 here. The Dolphins at 8-8 now on the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Thompson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Thompson fakes a handoff. Now going to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To pass, Flacco. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flacco. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our 2nd ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Thompson going to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Third and long, Thompson. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 70. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Flacco looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Flacco. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And out come the Dolphins now. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First down. Here's Thompson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing on second down. Flacco going to look deep for Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The Jets on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pushes him over. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Miami set to take over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Thompson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Thompson on 1st and 10. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, Thompson's going to throw this. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Thompson going to throw again on 2nd down. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now it's Flacco. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Flacco. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Thompson's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest himself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, this, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 39, Thompson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Third and long, Thompson. Caught. It's Wilson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That third down conversion good for 23.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Thompson going play action here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Sticking with Thompson here. That's swung out to Mostert. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Thompson now. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Flacco and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a Florida native from up near Pensacola. It's Michael Carter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Flacco. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And the Jets set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Open man here is Conklin. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Third down, Flacco from the gun. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Second down, this is Wilson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Thompson will look to the air on first down. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on second and long. Thompson. That one complete to Hill. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Dolphins on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Thompson now. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, I wish his staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Flacco. And this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off play action. Thompson. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On first down, Flacco. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Conklin, 64 yards. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Zerline good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he's got some space here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And New York set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Flacco. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st. Now Flacco. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Once more, it's Flacco.
That's out wide here for Robinson. He's got room at the 30, down the left sideline, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. The tight end in motion right. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Dolphins, they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved.